Ladies and gentlemen, Polygon has terrible news. No, not that they're shutting down. That would be awesome. Though this is almost as cool. Anita Sarkeesian is shutting down Feminist Frequency after 15 years. This is terrible. I'll link this in the description box if you want. It's up on archive. But I wouldn't recommend watching it because it is extremely long and it's extremely full of shit. But anyway, Anita Sarkeesian's tired. It's been more than 10 years since she released the first tropes versus women in video games on YouTube. It's been 15 years since Sarkeesian's oldest video and start of what's now known as Feminist Frequency. How many years has it been since she ripped off a bunch of people with her goddamn crowdfunding Kickstarter bullshit? But anyway, it's the sort of work that's both essential and draining. Work that's so meaningful it's easy to feel an obligation to continue even in the face of exhaustion. That's why it's time for a break. I'm ending Feminist Frequency because I'm extremely burnt out, Sarkeesian told Polygon. I can't vacation that off. I can't offload that anymore. She's also seeing the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel there, because this kind of bullshit, people are getting tired of all this woke shit being crammed down their throats. So you can't keep pulling the wool over people's eyes by making us believe that this is important or essential. This is neither. As it says here, the video game industry has a long way to go. Not everyone listens to Sarkeesian, but Feminist Frequency's criticism helped bring the language of feminism to a space that was often ignorant to it. The language of feminism. Like, seriously, smell you in your own farts anymore. Good God, this is fucking ridiculous. Though Feminist Frequency started on YouTube, it grew into an organization that made a tangible impact on the industry through its work with studios and developers. Blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. It talks. It's not the first time Sarkeesian has considered shutting down Feminist Frequency. She found it has reached its natural conclusion several times before, but there was always something new pulling her and a team back into it. This time, it's the lack of money. That's why she's not coming back, basically. You can't bilk people who don't want to get bilked anymore. That's why she's in it. It's got nothing to fucking do with being burnt out. What the fuck you burn out for? What the fuck do you even do? It's absurd. It's ridiculous. The fact that she's even had a job, quote unquote, if you want to call it that, for this long is absurd. But anyway, and the fact that she doesn't even play video games. She's even admitted there's video out there. You can find it. She her saying, "I never played video games growing up. I don't play video games." Blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. But anyway, it goes on and on and on. And just like I said, this article is extremely long. It brings up Arcane Studios, Harvey Smith. He Air Dog director Neil Druckmann. Mark Chen, a lecturer at the University of Washington Bothell. Like that's who I really want to ask about video games. Like seriously, what the fuck? Come on. Mark Santos, an associate professor of English at the University of Northern Colorado. He used Feminist Frequency in an undergraduate English class that's focused on research writing on video games. Well, better not take that class if you actually want to do something important. You might get paid by these stupid fucks, but you ain't gonna get anything done. But anyway, it goes on and on. It talks about, of course, got to bring up Gamergate. A movement that is now considered a watershed moment in the rise of far-right extremism. Channeling of decades worth of bigotry and hatred embedded into systems, platforms, and communities both offline and online and off. When tropes versus women in video games continued through Gamergate, that hatred was channeled towards her and others who advocated for better representation in games. Blah blah blah, and it goes on and on. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here. They're basically just sucking her off. And like I said, it goes on and on. Here's a little cool. Here we're able to share and hold on to all that secondary trauma. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here, dude. It's ridiculous. They're talking about a hotline, basically, that they had set up. It's just fucking stupid. Anyway, that's actually the end of the article. It's extremely long. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend reading this. It's a pile of shit article. I'm just glad to see Anita Sarkeesian get the fuck out of here. Although I'm sure she'll be back in a couple months with some new scheme to try to bilk people out of money. Because that's all she is. She's nothing but a grifter and a scam artist just trying to ride the coattails of feminism and shit. It's like, it'd be nice if she actually got the hell out of here and actually, didn't involve her stupid ass crap with video games and stuff, but that ain't gonna happen. We ain't gonna be that lucky. But anyway, like I said, I'll link this in the description box. You can read it for yourself. Although again, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to, cool, go for it. So thank you very much for watching and have a good one.